Hi everyone, today we are going to look at this Harry Potter Knit Your Own Hat kit. This is one of Aldi's recent craft kits. You might have seen my unboxing video on our George Crafts YouTube channel. So I've had a few requests for some advice on how to make this, so I thought I would show you. So this is the yarn you want to start with. You've got your knitting needles and your sewing needle and your pattern. So we take out our knitting needles. The first thing we have to do is cast on. So if you take your yarn, wrap it around your finger so you've got a cross. Pop your thumb on the point of the cross and take your finger out. Then take the tail of your yarn and pull it through the loop you've made and just pull it tight. You've got a slip knot now. Pop the loop over your knitting needle, hold on to the tail of your yarn and pull it tightly. So to cast on, what we're going to do is take our other knitting needle, pop it through the loop, wrap the yarn around the second knitting needle, bring it back through and put that loop onto the first knitting needle. So I'll show you that again. Put the knitting needle through the back, wrap the yarn around, bring your needle back out with the yarn so you've got a loop, put that loop onto your first knitting needle. So you need to cast on the correct number of stitches, and once you've done that I'll meet up with you and show you how to do the next stage. So after you've cast on your stitches, you're going to start working the rib, which is this piece of the hat. Okay, so that's done by working one knit stitch and one purl stitch. So I'll show you how to do that. So to knit, we pop the needle through the back of the stitch, wrap the yarn around, bring our needle back through and take the stitch off the end of the needle. Then we bring the yarn underneath our needle, and to purl we put the needle through the top of the stitch, wrap the yarn around and bring it back and pop that stitch off the end. Pass the yarn back underneath the needle and knit another stitch. So pop the needle through the back of the stitch, wrap the yarn around, bring the needle back through and pull that stitch off. Pass the yarn underneath the needle again so you can make a purl stitch. So through the top of the stitch, around the needle and back through. Always remember, when you're moving your yarn from the back to the front of your work, pass it underneath your needle. If you are to pass it over, you'll end up wrapping it around the needle and you'll end up with extra stitches, and you don't want that. So continue working with one knit and one purl all the way to the end of the row, and I'll catch up with you when you get to the end. So once you've completed your first row, you just need to keep doing the same thing over and over again. And measure your work from the top of the needle to the bottom edge as you're knitting. And when the length of the work that you've done measures 16 centimetres, you're ready to go to the next part. So keep doing that and I'll catch up with you next time. If you've got any questions in the meantime, please make sure to leave them in the comments below this video. Remember to subscribe to our channel and turn on post notifications.